Rochelle, a big disposal this morning from Melrose, the UK-listed industrial group. Now, before the market opened this morning, it had a market capitalisation of £2.8 billion, but they announced a disposal for £3.3 billion, so a big jump there. Tell me about the deal.
They're selling their electricity and utilities group. It's called Elster, and it's gas, water, and utilities, and they're selling it for £3.3 billion to Honeywell.
So it's a fairly big deal in the context of the group.
Yeah.
And does this fit in with what the group tends to do? It's selling such a huge chunk of your business is not usually what we see companies doing.
Yeah, it represents, I think, close to about 80% of their revenues and profits, around that range. So there's a huge chunk of their business. They're left only with basically one small energy asset that they're operating. And it is really what their plan is. So their strategy is to go out and look for manufacturing or industrial companies that are, in essence, good. They've got a good market share, but for some reason aren't performing well or are underperforming, whether it's poor management or a poor structure. And they go and then raise the capital for that. So they propose the deal, raise the capital for it, buy it, and then they go in and improve it. So they do the traditional sort of restructuring, but they do also operational restructuring, so offshoring some of the manufacturing or moving it to a lower cost environment, as well as changing some of the reporting structures.
So this is the interesting question now for Melrose. They've got a big disposal, £3.3 billion. What are they going to do with the proceeds?
So they expect to give the majority of that, nearly $2 billion, a little bit over $2 billion, back to the shareholders. So they're going to return it to them through a special share. And the rest of it, they will use approximately $800 million to pay off intercompany debt, and then the fees and some of the cash payouts that they give. So one of the things they do is they incentivize the operational business unit managers with a cash payout, either 5 years after the business if it performs well, or on disposal. So some of the money will go to that as well.
And are they looking for more acquisitions?
Yeah, they are. They said they're basically looking for small acquisitions until this one closes. It's expected to close in around the end of the year, first quarter of 2016. And they will be looking for some possibly small acquisitions up to the point when it closes, and then for a bigger acquisition again, so sort of the £1 to £2 billion range then.
Given the success they've had with this disposal, I guess shareholders will probably back them to do another acquisition. Rochelle, thanks very much.